Hey guys, this is Gabriel Bergami, my business partner. I would say one of my professors, always helps me out, but he's the main owner here in Alliance Chula Vista. Had a gym downtown, Alliance downtown. We've been training together for a long time, and actually worked with us and was teaching at Alliance San Diego, and he always wanted to open his own academy. He went and did that in Alliance downtown. It didn't work out. I was like, man, how on earth do I still keep Gabriel with Alliance, but also how do I help him, who I know has been like, how do we take this talent and like open a gym? And so we decided to partner up, me, Gabriel, and Johnny, and we opened up Alliance Chula Vista. When Gabriel was with his other partner in downtown, it was in a little bit of an obscure location. It was inside of a CrossFit gym in downtown San Diego, so it was like hard to see. There was like no visibility, and I think that again, common misconception about people who want to start a gym is like, how do I get the cheapest place to then try to fill up? And so oftentimes they become like super limited by just visibility, and so that alone is like a big, big misstep. And so I think Gabriel can even talk about that as like, that already put them in a bad position. And they only had one mat. So here we have, how big was the location downtown, roughly?
It was
Just
at
the
total 1,500.
1,500 square feet. And this is about 5,200 square feet,
Yes.
right? So, I mean, you're talking about 3 times exactly the size of a gym. And the rent difference, I think, was just a little bit more to be here than it was to be downtown. You had to get 3 times the size. So, anyway, we obviously put 2 mats in the gym and the bathrooms. But how are we doing compared to downtown? We are, I believe, at like 130 students
Yes.
after being open for like 3 months, right? About. And downtown, you guys had how much?
The most that I had was like 80 students,
After being open for how long?
2 years.
So after being open for 2 years, they had 80 students downtown. So in 3 months, we almost doubled that. So with our goal here is 500 at a minimum. Every new gym that we open is going to be 500. It's like the new minimum. So that's the barometer. We're going to raise it. So anyway, let's take a look.
So those two mats are the highest quality and technology of mats you can find. They have springs under the mats, which makes the classes much safer. And whenever we practice self-defense or takedowns, the students feel very comfortable in falling. And for the kids as well, it's much safer. It protects them a lot. The two mats, one by the other, of course, it makes the completely difference. We're having a gym with 100 students or 500 students because you can run two classes at the same time. So it's pretty much like having two gyms. Gray mats, I think, is a better option for looking, and it's also easier to keep it like clean and nice, and students can wear whatever color they want with the gi. So I had a white mat in downtown, so having now this gray one, it makes things much, much easier for sure. Yeah, so this mat here is usually the one that we run our beginner classes. We also divide the kids classes in different groups. So the little kids can have the techniques within their level, and the bigger kids can have the technique within their level as well. And following how Alliance or how the curriculum should be taught, not mixing it up the higher belts with the lower belts, so everyone can have the best within their own level.
So cool. We're going to go check out where are we off to next? The gym area?
Yes, let's check the workout area now.
Yeah. We would like a workout area, I think, for the instructors as kind of like a bonus for them to be able to work out in between classes if they want. Also for us, but I think aesthetically it just makes the gym look a lot nicer too.
Yes. So when you do the membership, we include the workout equipment, Jiu Jitsu, and any other martial art that we're gonna have here at the gym. It's usually just Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu, but everything's included with the price.
Even little things like this water machine, which I think it's the little things, the little touches that I think go a long way. We're in a competitive market, so like how do we set ourselves apart? It's like the little things that we're offering, also the aesthetics, and the highest level of coaching is what they kind of find out after the fact. There was no construction even started, like imagining like how is this place going to be what it is today? Like, did you ever have any doubts about like the quality of how it would look at the end?
Not really. To be honest, like I was really, really confident that we were going to make something like really, really amazing,
Yeah.
and we've done exactly the same, if not better.
Yeah.
So it came out, in my opinion, better than expected. I think if you have the expectation that it's gonna be everything smooth, there's gonna be no problem, you can forget about that.
No, Gabriel was here way more than I was, so I'll let him speak on it. But from my perspective, just really quick, I think we moved some walls around. We had to move plumbing around. Again, not everyone has the budget for that, and I totally understand that. But I think as you guys get a chance to tune in more, again, if you like this, like, subscribe, make sure you follow what's going on. But I would like to go back and show people like how to then use the landlord to pay for those things for you, right? Like maybe we don't have all the money in our bank account to go ahead and spend $50,000 in the bathroom, but there's a way to negotiate that with the landlord to say, hey, we need some help to put this stuff in, and we're going to be an asset for your guys' business plaza, for your commercial park, for your strip mall. And so there's a way to negotiate that. And I will tell you kind of a very interesting thing about this particular place. The owners had never, and they've been in business, I think, for 60 years as a family owning some real estate in San Diego. They had never, ever, ever given any what's called tenant improvements, any TI. We were able to get $70-something thousand towards our build costs, which allowed us to go a little bit extra on the bathrooms, go a little bit extra on moving plumbing and changing walls around. Because if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have the academy we have today. Yeah, so now we're at my favorite part, which is the restrooms. I mean, we really put a lot of money and time and energy and effort into make this like, it's my favorite place. I like the shower over here. So let's check it out. So I think, again, why the restrooms to me is such an important deal is that I think Gabriel can attest to this. When someone walks in, they're like, okay, there's jiu-jitsu mats, there's, it's a nice clean place, and they come into the bathroom and they end up being, I don't want to say sold, but they end up being like, wow, they really care here, and so every nice academy I've been to around the world, they put, you could tell, some effort, some money, and some thought into the bathrooms and the restrooms as a value add to the student, and so yeah, let's take a look.
Okay, so as Bobby was saying, this actually, it makes a huge difference on the way the students look at the gym. When people walk into the bathroom, I think they usually expect to be something kind of like not really taken care of, a little bit dirty, especially if it's a martial arts gym. But when they walk in here, they see that the bathroom is very clean, that we put some thought into how to paint the wall, put some nice glasses door on the toilets. And if you come here, there's plenty of space here for the cubbies, so we can have as many students as we want, put their stuff. We put some other hangers over here. And the biggest thing is having the 4 showers. So then we can have plenty of people showering before the class if they need to go to work after. This is a good thing to remind them as well, because one of the main things is if the student can make it to the gym, fit in his schedule, and if you have a shower like that, they can come over, train, shower real fast, and then off to work. Also, something that we like to offer them is the towels. So we always have free towels over there. And try to make everyone understand that they are seen and taken care of. Each one of the showers, we have body wash and shampoo. In a big area to showers, everything's new tiles, new door, everything new and fresh.
I think if that's a lesson for jiu-jitsu owners or people who want to own gyms one day or open up their own academy, it's like you got to give yourself the best opportunity out of the gate, and so that's part of what working with someone like me or somebody who knows what they're doing will give you that learning curve will be shortened so much, so that's how I've always developed my skills in anything that I do. I'm like, who's the best at what I want to do, so I can go follow them and learn from them immediately what mistakes to try to avoid in the very beginning.